God bless you out there, global Christian friends, pastors, saints, and churches, military, nurses, practitioners, children out there across the world in schools, America, learning and studying, getting their professions, studying their maths, their science, their biology, their chemistries, moving into the forefronts of those great factories out there, moving into the fronts of industrialization, forefronts of the automations, forefronts of the rocketries, bionics, robotics. God bless you out there across the world. You out there who are studying for the entertainment media so that the American people may be entertained by your skills and talents. God bless you while the sun shined. And Jesus said he make his sun to shine. That's what God does. He make his sun to shine, but he give you things that you have need of before you ask him. For you say he knoweth what things you have need of. Before. Everybody out there say before. Before ye ask him. Now, that has to be the case. Why? Because you have to eat, you have to drink, you have to breathe, you have to hear, taste, smell, feel, listen. All right? Be well, be healed. Rushing back to Luke. (13:21) is like a leaven which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal until, there's that word again, the whole was leavened. Had Adam not transgressed, you have to ask God what would have been the course of creation had Adam, the first son of God, had not transgressed. Then those other sons came and transgressed, looked upon the daughters of men that they were fair to look upon, not being about their father's business. God didn't stop there. He said, I will deliver the entire creation into the glorious liberty of the sons of God. One thing about God, you don't stop him or at work because you transgress. The narrow door. Matthew chapter, companion scriptures. Matthew chapter 7, verse 13, 14, 20, and 21. The narrow door. And he went through the cities and villages, teaching and journeying toward Jerusalem. Put a spotlight on Jesus. Put a camera on Jesus. All right? What are those individuals called that everywhere you go there in your face with the camera? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Everywhere you go, they're there in your face with the camera. Don't get angry out there, you movie stars. They're only trying to put your pages, your faces and images on magazines and newspapers. That's what you're there for. All right? Or your tempers. They're about their job. While the paparazzis. That's what they're there for. Paparazzis are no different than the lobbyists. You must understand those kind of things. 13:22, he went through the cities and villages, teaching and journeying toward Jerusalem. Verse 23, then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that be saved? And he said unto them, one answered him, but he's speaking unto them. One asked the question, but he's speaking the answer to everybody. He said, strive, verse 24, pay attention to this here. Let this sink deep down into your hearing. S-T-R-I-V-E. Strive to enter in at the straight gate. Notice that? Strive to enter in at the straight gate. In other words, stop, sit down on a rock, sit down on a pile of hay, sit down on a stack of corn, sit down on the edge of the well, sit down on the store counter, sit down somewhere and pay attention to what he said here. Sit down on a couch. Become a potato couch if you have to. A potato head if you have to. He says, strive to enter in at the straight gate. No one has to teach light how to shine. No one has to teach water how to be wet. No one has to teach sound how to sound. This is your teaching from the Word of God that everyone that hear ought to do what? Strive, strive, strive. Everybody has to say strive. Strive to do what? To enter in where? At the what? Straight gate. Strive to enter in at the straight gate. More than a 400-meter marathon runner is trying to be the first one at the finish line. Okay? Don't get the impression, you did run well, who did hinder you? Remember that statement? Galatians, you did run well, who did hinder you? Strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. Now, we're going to hold that point until the next time. God bless you, global Christian friends, pastors, saints, churches, and the American government.